Welcome to part 3 of my 2023 makeup collection and declutter series. We are continuing with base products, and today we're going to be doing concealers. Right now they're all in this top drawer, these 3 little dividers right here. I got those at the Dollar Tree. They just connect to each other. They worked really well like in my other storage. I wanted to do something a little bit different in here. Maybe get some acrylic dividers, but that's not a today thing. That is a tomorrow thing. We won't be worrying about that now. Probably do that like the end of the month, right before the new year. As well as the ones in here, I also have like at least 4 or 5 sitting up here on top of the vanity, so we have a lot. My goal is to get these down to 2 containers, empty one completely, because I would like to move my concealers in with my foundations. That's kind of the plan. So hopefully, I think we can do it, but we'll have to see. Let's go on ahead and move everything into the other room, and then we will start to declutter. These are all of my concealers and correctors, and you guys, I have so many. I counted them up. I have 26 concealers and 5 correctors. We're going to start with the correctors first, because that'll be like real quick and easy, and then we'll move on to the concealers. The first one we have, this has been in my project empties for months, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I haven't even been pulling this one. I have not reached for this one in weeks. This is the Under Eye Peach Under Eye Tinted Moisturizing Brightener from Milani. I don't even like this. I was trying to get myself to use it up, but I don't like it. It does absolutely nothing for my under eyes. It does not brighten, does not correct. It's time to go ahead and let this go. This one I'm going to keep. I actually like this one. This is from Revolution. This is from the Relove brand. This is the Contour Face Palette, Concealer and Contour. You have contours and bronzers over here. You have a corrector and like under eye concealers over here. This entire palette I think is really nice. I really love the bronzers. This one from Becca, I am going to go ahead and declutter. I have had this one from so long. This is from before Becca was bought by Smashbox, before Becca closed down their business. This is the original under eye corrector in medium deep. Like I said, I have had this one for so long. This has been in my project empties. I have been trying to use it up, but as you can see, well, let me show you. I still have almost half a jar left. There is no way I'm going to get this used up before the end of the year. I've had it for so long. It's time to let it go. As far as under eye correctors go, this has always been my favorite. It is very hydrating, very dewy, very smoothing. It corrects everything. I love it, but this one is just so old. I am going to repurchase it. I'm just going to get a brand new one from the actual Smashbox, Becca collaboration line. This one just, it's time to let it go. This one I'm also going to declutter. I have tried so hard to make this one work for me. This is the e.l.f. Camo Corrector, the one in peach. It just does not do anything. It brightens the under eye a little bit, but it does absolutely nothing for color correcting. So I'm going to let this one go, but I think I'm going to pass it on to my daughter. I think she will get more use out of it than me. This next one I am going to be keeping. It's technically a concealer, not an under eye corrector, but I've been using it as an under eye corrector. This is from Revolution. It is the Conceal and Define Concealer in C10. It's a little bit too light and a little bit too pink. I almost got rid of it, but I decided to try it as an under eye corrector, and it really does work well for that. So I'm going to keep it as a corrector. And then this last one I'm also going to be keeping. This is newer to my collection. I've literally only used it a couple of times. This is from e.l.f. This is their Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. Like I said, I've used this maybe 2 or 3 times. So I'm definitely going to hang on to this so I can use it, test it out more. Out of my under eye brighteners and correctors, we are keeping 4 and decluttering 2. I think that's reasonable. By the way, I said that we had 5 under eye correctors or brighteners. We actually had 6. Let me zoom you out just a little bit. And now we're going to do concealers. Like I said in the opener, the goal is to get it down into 2 of these. I might be able to get it down to 1. That might be a little bit ambitious, but we will see. Now I'm just going to randomly start pulling. This one right here is almost emptied. I'm going to keep it until I finish it. It's currently in my project empties. It's just a straight white concealer. I got this from AOA Studio from Shop Miss A. Unfortunately, they don't make this one anymore. It's been discontinued, but it really is a good concealer. It's a good brightener. Sometimes I like to use a white concealer just in the areas under my eyes where it is the darkest, and then I mix in my concealer over it, and it works really well. What I've currently been doing to try to use this up is that I've been mixing this one with one of my other concealers. It's a little bit too deep for me. This one right here, I got this one from Temu. This is from Poudier. It's a little bit too deep, but I mix it with this concealer and it is absolutely perfect. The consistency, the shade, I get really good coverage. So I'm mixing this one with this one until I use this one up, but I am going to keep this one as well. These two are also from AOA Studio. These are the Creamy Locked concealers. These are very, very creamy, very hydrating. They look really pretty under the eyes. The only issue for me is that they just don't give me enough coverage. There's nothing wrong with the formula. If you're somebody that likes a light to medium coverage and you like something very hydrating under the eyes, you will love this. I mean, like I said, under the eyes, it is really beautiful. I just need something with a little bit more coverage. This is like a medium neutral shade, and this is a warm. I'm going to pass this one on to my daughter, and this one I'm just going to set aside for a friend. From Ardell, I actually have a couple of Ardell concealers. This one and this one. This is the Camouflage Concealer. I got both of these from the Dollar Tree. They're absolutely beautiful. The Camouflage and the Photo Face. Both of these give like a medium to full coverage. They give me all the coverage I need, and they just look really, really beautiful on the eyes. They don't like do a lot of creasing or anything like that. These are beautiful. This one, it's not one of my favorites. This is from It Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye Dark Spots Corrector Plus Serum. Now, I got this as an under eye corrector. Now, technically, it's not for the under eyes. It is for dark spots. It's supposed to like correct them, cover them, all that jazz. But, one would think since this is made for, dark areas that it would work under the eyes. It works decently, but I've only used it a few times. And this is one of the more expensive ones in my collection. So I'm going to hang on to it a little bit more, give it, another try to decide what I really think about it. I may end up decluttering it later, but yeah, I'm going to keep it for now. This one we are going to toss. Oh my God, I have had this one for so long. This is from SheGlam. This is just their Versatile Flawless Concealer. I bought this, my God, I don't even know how long ago. I don't use SheGlam anymore, but I was trying to use this one up. I have had this, you guys, for longer than anyone should have a concealer. It is time to let this one go. I'm just going to go ahead and like toss this one in the trash. It's time. This one is from Revolution. I really have only used this one a couple of times. I've been working on like using products up like in the last few months, so I hadn't pulled this one yet. I've only used it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I did love it in those times that I use it. Like I said, since I haven't had a chance to really use it much, we're definitely going to hang on to this one so I can test it out some more. Then we have our tried and true e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This one is in Medium Sand. This one is one of my absolute favorite concealers I have ever used. I never liked the original Camo. I feel like that one just looked really dry and, crepey underneath my eyes, but this one is so beautiful. Hydrating, gives me just the right amount of coverage. It doesn't get all creasy throughout the daytime. This is actually my second one. I have repurchased this. We will definitely be hanging on to this. We're also going to hang on to our Incognito Concealer from Wet n Wild. This is an awesome one. These two I'm going to declutter. This one is from Be Pure. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. I've only used it a few times. There's nothing wrong with it. This one is a very lightweight coverage though. If you're someone that likes, that just very light coverage, just a little hydration of the eyes with a little bit of tint, you would like this one. But for me, I need more coverage. That's the reason why I am decluttering this one. I may pass this one on to my daughter. I think she'll like it. This one as well as this one. Both of these are from the same line. These are from AOA Studio. These are the concealer sticks. Nothing necessarily wrong with the formula, but once again, it's just the coverage. I don't really get enough coverage from these, so I'm going to declutter these. I think I'm going to pass this one on to my daughter. I think she'll like that one. This one I'll pass on to a friend. So far, we are doing pretty good. We're kind of half and half with the concealers. This one is currently in my Project Empties. I literally have just a little bit left. I've been mixing this one in with that Fainty Eavesdrop, so I can go ahead and use them up. There's literally like one more use out of here. This is just a regular liquid concealer from AOA Studio. The formula is absolutely beautiful. This one I just got a little bit too deep. It's ironic because this is a repurchase. The first one I got too light. This one I got too deep. Like I say, when it comes to picking base products online, I swear I can never pick the right shade, but this is a beautiful formula. It's only $1. I may repurchase this sometime in the future, try to make sure that I get the actual right shade, but I have so many concealers now that may be a while, but this is a good one. This one and this one, these are the foundation sticks from AOA Studio. I have the shades Amber and Soft Tan. Once again, nothing wrong with this formula, but I just don't get enough coverage from this. Foundation-wise, I tried to use this as a concealer, and the same thing. I don't really get the coverage I need to get from them. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. This next one, this is from LYS. This is one that when I first got, I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't really liking it. I didn't think it was really working for me. Then I pulled it into Shop My Stash, and I used it for like an entire month. This is the Triple Fix Concealer, by the way, and I really did actually like it. I ended up really enjoying it. It's very hydrating under the eyes. It gives me really nice coverage. It's kind of a light to medium coverage. I generally like something more fuller, but but I just think this is just so freaking pretty underneath the eyes. I'm glad that I gave it another chance because I really do enjoy it. This one we are decluttering. This one is from Kimchi Chick. This is the Moist Concealer. Conceal, Cover, Correct Contour. This is a heavy duty concealer. I like a full coverage concealer, but this is almost a little bit too heavy for me. Kimchi is a drag queen, so yeah, this one leans towards being like drag queen makeup for me. It's a little bit too thick, and the shades is too light too. Just overall, this just did not work for me. This one we are keeping. This is a beloved favorite. This is actually a repurchase. This is from ColourPop, the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer. I freaking love this one. We're also going to be hanging on to this one. This is a favorite. The Milani Conceal and Perfect. I cannot stand the foundation. The foundation looks so heavy on my skin, but the concealer is beautiful. It gives me just the right amount of coverage. It looks very smoothing under the eyes. I freaking love this one. This is actually a repurchase too. This is my second one. This one I'm going to declutter and just pass on to my daughter. This is the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. I really like the foundation, but the concealer just never did anything for me. I just don't get much coverage from this at all. It's supposed to be a medium to full coverage. This is more like a light to medium, leaning more on the light. My daughter, though, she will love this. She likes that more kind of lighter coverage. She doesn't need full coverage like I do. She'll love this one. We are down to our last 4, and I'll be keeping all 4 of these. I'm just going to kind of go through them real quick with you. We have the Butter Concealer. This one is from One Size. Love this one. The LA Colors Ultimate Coverage Concealer. This is another repurchase. This is my second one. This one is currently in my Project Empties. It is almost done. I have maybe 3, maybe 4 more uses out of this, and then this will go into my makeup I used up in 2023 bin, which I'll be going through that at the end of my Ulzzangmas. I did like this one. I don't think I'll repurchase it though. I have so many other concealers. I don't really need it, but it is a good one. It's a really good concealer. And this last one, this is from the Sephora brand. This is the Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Concealer. I've only had a chance to use it a few times. I've been like trying to empty things in the last few months. So I definitely want to hang on to this, get some more use out of it, try it some more. Out of all of my concealers, I'm keeping 16. That is still a lot. We are decluttering 9. Let's see how many we can get into one of these. It looks like I may end up using 2, but if I do, that's not terrible. So let's see. I'm only going to put the ones in here that are going to be stored. The ones that are going in my Shop My Stash or my Project Empties, I'll just leave out. We tried, but we're going to have to use both of these. And just to save space, I'm going to go ahead and put the into. Well, I'd say we did it. I wanted to get everything down into 2 of these containers, and we did it. I think we did a really good job. These are all the ones that I'm keeping. These are all the ones that are going to be decluttered, which I think I did a pretty good job. And then these are back in my, I'm going to put these back in my Project Empty so we can go ahead and finish using these up. That is going to be it for this declutter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with getting my videos into recommendations. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family. Make sure that you tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. And you can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.